Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a land of absolutely beautiful contradictions. We're exploring Dakshina Kannada, a totally fascinating district in the Indian state of Karnataka. Based on the comprehensive regional publication Karajana, we're going to take a look at a place where majestic, misty mountains literally meet the crashing waves of the sea. So, if you've ever wondered how vastly different landscapes, ancient histories, and vibrant traditions can seamlessly coexist in one single place, well, you are definitely in the right spot.
All right, let's just jump right in. The district in charge minister recently described Dakshina Kannada as a true melting pot. And honestly, that phrase is going to be our guiding light today. This isn't just a place with a pretty view. It's a really complex, layered ecosystem of humanity and nature. We're going to unpack exactly how this incredible diversity forged the district's entirely unique identity.
To make sense of this massive, rich district, we've organized our explainer into 5 clear themes: nature's diverse treasures, vibrant folk art heritage, historical monuments and museums, a tapestry of faith, and finally, rural life and authentic tastes.
Let's start by getting the lay of the land, because the geography here is literally dramatic. Picture this. You've got this stark, breathtaking coastline stretching along the Arabian Sea right on the west. But then, you turn your gaze inland to the east, and bam, you're met by the towering, lush green peaks of the Western Ghats. It's essentially this massive geographical sandwich of ocean and mountain.
But it's not just the borders that define this place. It's what runs right through it. The district is carved by these abundant, life-giving rivers, like the Netravati and Kumara Parvatha. And just as these rivers intersect, think about the diverse languages spoken here: Tulu, Kannada, Konkani, Beary, and Arabian Sea. Before we even look at a single monument or beach, you can already see how the physical waterways and the mix of languages create a uniquely rich, deeply layered environment.
Section 1. Nature's diverse treasures, from pristine beaches to milky waterfalls.
So if you're hitting the coast, you get these two completely different vibes. Take Sirthkal Beach, for example. It's vibrant, it's bustling, and it's situated right near a major college campus, which gives it this incredibly youthful, energetic vibe. But then, just a bit away, you have Badapati Beach. This one is a totally silent, secluded estuary where the river just gently meets the sea. It's perfectly untouched, offering these beautifully serene mornings. It really captures how the coast here offers completely different sensory experiences just miles apart.
Now, what happens when we leave the sand and head up into those mountains? The inland adventures are, well, staggeringly vertical. Imagine trekking up Kumara Parvatha, pushing through dense, foggy forest to reach a peak over 1,700 meters high. It is an absolute trekker's heaven. Or picture Ermai Falls, where water rushes like a milky stream down these incredibly steep, rocky drops. And then there's Gada, an ancient fort sitting on top of a 1,700-foot rock hill, pretty much daring you to climb its extremely narrow, carved rock footsteps.
Moving on to Section 2. Vibrant folk art heritage, the energetic pulse of the people. Now this is where things get really intense. Let's talk about Kambala. This isn't just your average sport. It is an earthy, thrilling reality for the local farming community. We're talking sprinters running alongside 2 massive buffaloes, right through slushy, muddy water. It's a heart-pumping display of sheer athletic strength and deeply rooted tradition, originally performed to please the gods and ensure a prosperous harvest. And from those muddy fields, we step right onto a vibrant stage. Have you ever heard of Yakshagana? It's this incredible ancient theatrical art form that actually brings Hindu scriptures and historical events to life. They combine intricate dialogue, intense dance, and hypnotic, pulsing music. The performers wear these incredibly vibrant, heavy outfits, and they use expert comic timing and elaborate rhythms to keep audiences completely captivated all night long. Then we have Bhutakola, which takes performance to a deeply, deeply divine level. This is a ritual of worshiping local spirits or semi-gods. And what makes this so fascinating is the intense preparation involved. The performer has to completely distance themselves from materialistic desires. As part of the ritual, they meticulously paint their own faces while looking into a mirror right before temporarily channeling these divine spirits. It's a profoundly raw connection between the people and the divine.
All right, Section 3, historical monuments and museums, the architectural and educational roots of the district. When you look at the history here, it's like a giant puzzle of dynasties and conflicts. Way back in the 14th century, you had the Alupa dynasty ruling the area, but a massive standout moment, that was 1525, with the crowning of Queen Rani Abaka. She was this fearless 16th century warrior queen who built a diverse army and fiercely fought off Portuguese invaders. Her bravery is basically woven into the very fabric of the district, long before the British even arrived to establish their rule in 1799.
But hey, the history here isn't just about battles, it's about the mind too. Dakshina Kannada is actually widely known as the land of intellects, and you can see exactly why when you look at how education evolved. Back in 1824, the Basel Mission introduced English education. By 1879, it reached government college status, and then fast forward to 1978, the Centenary Building was constructed. This district has just consistently prioritized education, generation after generation.
Which brings us to Section 4, a tapestry of faith, profound spiritual harmony across different beliefs.
What's absolutely crucial to understand about this district is how architecture and faith beautifully collide across so many different beliefs. You have the Sahasralingeshwara temple, sitting right at the holy confluence of two major rivers. There's the Savira Kamvada Basadi, a breathtaking Jain temple, supported by 1,000 intricately carved pillars. Then you've got the centuries-old Ulal Dargah, a Muslim shrine that serves food to the masses based purely on humanity, no matter your caste or creed. And of course, the St. Aloys Chapel, built in 1885, with walls entirely covered in stunning, hand-painted frescoes. It's a true testament to peaceful coexistence.
And we really couldn't talk about faith without highlighting the number 12. Why? Because that represents the Dharmasthala Bahubali Mahamastaka. It is an awe-inspiring, massive holy cleansing of the giant Jain Lord Bahubali statue. The devotion and the sheer scale required for this ritual are so immense that it only happens once every 12 years, drawing absolutely massive crowds of devotees.
Okay, our final stop, Section 5. Rural life and authentic tastes. Grounding earthy realities and famous coastal food.
Let's step away from the divine monuments for a second and just picture the everyday pulse of the villages. Imagine the rural sports meet, the Kesaru Gade Pandiata, where people are diving into slushy, muddy paddy fields to play sports and connect with their agricultural roots. Picture grandmothers passing down the fine art of traditional coconut grating. Or try to smell the bustling, aromatic, salty air of the Dake harbor as fishermen bring in their catch during the golden hour. And then witness the intense rural tradition of Kori Dakata, the local cockfights. This is the unvarnished, authentic reality of rural life here.
And you know that rural life produces some of the most legendary culinary heritage in India. The sensory experience of Dakshina Kannada cuisine is just phenomenal. We're talking about kotiji, which is idli batter uniquely steamed inside fragrant jackfruit leaves. There's goli bhaje, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, dipped in spicy coconut chutney. You've got the delicate, lace-like near doughs paired with a sweet jaggery mixture. And because of that massive coastline we talked about earlier, you absolutely cannot miss the spicy kingfish taller fry, served sizzling hot with a fresh squeeze of lime. My mouth is literally watering just thinking about it.
Before we wrap things up, there's a legend that perfectly captures the spirit of the people here. The story of the 16th century twin warrior brothers, Kadi and Shania. As the legend goes, they fought for truth and always stood by the people. Their story really cements the deep, historical connection between the locals, their ancestral land, and this enduring sense of justice. It reminds us that this land was shaped just as much by its heroes as it was by its environment.
So, we've scaled misty mountains, watched heart-pumping buffalo races, traced the history of fierce warrior queens, marveled at thousand-pillared temples, and virtually tasted some incredible coastal food. I think it's safe to say Dakshina Kannada truly lives up to that melting pot title, right? So it leaves us with just one final question for you. Adventure, spirituality, or cuisine? When you visit this incredible district, which side of Dakshina Kannada will you explore first? Thanks for joining us today on The Explainer. Keep exploring, and we'll catch you next time.